Hey y'all, let's get into it. This story is disgusting. That's number one. It took me some time to really gather myself to even be able to do this video because as a mother of sons, also a woman of brown color, it was a lot for me. Let's get into Tyree Nichols. Okay, now Tyree Nichols, I'm pretty sure everybody done seen the videos worldwide of this man being beat beyond. Listen, I don't even know the word to call the beating that this man received. But let's get into the factors of they paneling out these 5 officers when it was actually 6. There was the 5 black officers, and then there was the 1 white male officer that was on the scene as well, that they quietly removed him and fired him due to the factors of this situation as well. So why is his picture not up there with the 5 black men, being that he was on the scene with the 5 black men while these 5 black men were totally beating the hell out of another black man? He played a part in that situation. So why is his picture not being displayed? Why is it being kept a secret that it was 6 instead of 5? I don't get that. Let's get into the factors of one of the 5, the Demetrius Haley, 30 years old. His ex-girlfriend, baby mama, whatever you want to call it at this point in time, worked at FedEx, along with Tyreek worked at FedEx. I don't know if they had any dealings or whatever the case, or if he thought they had any dealings, but this was a targeted hit. It's not like he didn't know who he was, even though Tyree didn't know who he was at the time. All these days that since this tape been released, I've been thinking to myself, now I know it don't take much for officers to put someone within this situation, because we have George Floyd, we have Sandra Bland, we have Breonna Taylor, we have a lot of situations where the police played a very, very bad part. But I've been thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, all of this was over a traffic stop of them saying that, oh, he was driving reckless. Mind you, body cam footage don't show this man driving reckless at all, because they show the police officers before they make the stop, during them making the stop, and after the factors of the stop. Let me get into the factors of hearing that boy scream out hit for his mother. Touched my soul. Do you hear me? Touched my soul, because he was not resisting in no type of way, shape, form, or fashion. All you heard that man on the floor saying was, all right, all right. What, like, why I'm basically, I'm doing what it is that y'all want me to do. Why y'all doing the most? Why y'all going so hard right now? It was like they was trying to prove a point. The bad part about it is, if you are someone that has had any type of police activity, and you've been on the, where there's been black and white officers on the scene, it always seemed like the black officers feel like they trying to go the extra mile to prove something to the white officer, when the whole time the white officer is being the cool one while you're playing white. In this case, it's seeming like this one had the Demetrius Haley had a appointed mission to basically get at Tyree Nichols, because his girlfriend and him worked together. So I don't know what type of friendship they had, but it must have made this one feel a certain type of way. Sometimes people can be friends and have a male friend, and if you're going through a situation where you're breaking up or in the middle of a breakup, a person will feel that it's because of this person that you're either acting or saying or doing the things that you're doing now, because of this new presence or whatever the presence is. I gotta pray for the family, because I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to get my channel blocked. So there's a lot of things that I want to say that I'm not saying. But for me to actually have to come out and speak out on this situation, due to the factors of how disgusting it is. And if you are a human being, it don't matter what color you are at this point. I mean, us being brown people, but at this point in time, you see the brown beat the brown too. And we go harder on ourselves than anybody else do. But if you are a human and you seen this boy get beat and you didn't feel no type of way about it, then you really don't have no human in you. Because it don't take a color for you to have a heart. And anybody that had a heart and watched this video in its truest form, ain't no way I almost did not make it through the fullness of the video. And what's bad about this video being released, because see, they know what they be doing too. Because all they did was release this video to have a whole bunch of black people out here in the street acting crazy. Because now people feel, yeah, they fighting for Tyree, but when you rioting in the street and you tearing other things down, you're not making a better situation than what the situation is already. You're not. You're not. If they already see us as animals and then y'all go out there and act as animals to prove a point from somebody else's actions of an animal, what point do you really get across? Now, for those that are out there protesting with their signs and going, but those that are out there destroying property and doing different things of that nature, no, I feel like people use certain situations just to go out and act bad and then use another cause for the reason of it. But Tyree Nichols, he did not seem like the type of person that was trying to cause any harm to anyone. He was a skateboarder. He just seemed like such a calm soul. And the way that he loved his mother, he was trying to get to his mother's house through the beating. I honestly wish he would have made it away or got away from the first time and they didn't make it to catch up to him the second time. Because by the time they caught up to him the second time, they fat asses was just mad that he got away and they made him run to try to catch them. And then even down to the factors of that officer punching him in the face. It seemed like he continued to punch that boy in the face because he was not dropping. But how he gonna drop if your other man's is holding him up? Like, they got these groups in the police department that they sent out on secret missions, scorpion missions, or whatever they call them, to go and sort out certain people, but they actually be harming innocent civilians. Innocent civilians is what they be harming at the end of the day. Because if it's supposed to be to get people off the street that might be harming someone else, how are y'all the ones that's creating the harm? How? It doesn't go that way. It don't work that way. At the end of the day, I'm pissed and I'm actually really trying to hold my words. And it's sad that at this age, you still can have followers. Because all those other officers on that scene had a mind of their own. And you can't tell me that these grown-ass men followed this man through a rabbit hole over a female. You put your career and everything that you work for so hard over a female? Over a female. So all of this, that man lost his life over a female that possibly, indefinitely, still don't want you anyway? So you did all of this for what? We lost another good black brother for what? I hope they get all the hell intended to them. All right, and we gonna call them the Gang 6, because it ain't 5, it's 6. So the sooner they release all of the accurate information of all those that was involved, y'all will see as well. But I'm gonna put a picture, and I'm gonna make sure I put them in the thumbnail too. For those that don't know, will know. You won't be getting out of this on some undercover. No, you don't get to get swept under the rug. The same way they putting up these 5 men picture, they should have your picture up there too, sir. Definitely should have your picture up there too. This is your girl, Tay with the T. Tune into Latte's World. Your girl is still on that 100K chase. Of course, help me win this race. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Do that. And I am out.
I'm on his face. Could have gave him the name Cheeseburger.
My son, I know everybody say they Mother say they had a good son, everybody's son is good. But my son, he actually was a good boy. My son loved me to death. And I know that was a bad word, but that's how he felt.
We know what you mean.
Yes, ma'am.
He had my name tattooed on his arm, and that made me proud, because most kids don't put their mom's name. But he did. On a Saturday, my son would wake up. He'd go to Shelby Farms, because he liked to skateboard. That was his passion. He's been skating since he was 6 years old. That day, when he left around 3 o'clock, going to Shelby Farms to watch the sunset and take pictures.
I want Tyree to be remembered. This is a great kid. I want kids and other people to know ain't nothing wrong with being yourself. Tyree brought something out of me to make me feel like, hey, you don't have to do that. You don't have to follow a trend to be loved. You can be yourself. You can skateboard, you can ice hockey, you can do whatever that you want to do. And people will still love you.
All I know is my son was a great, great kid. He didn't deserve what he got. Now what he deserves is justice.
La 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 lattes were A.